Until You Are Dead off of the self-titled album from 2009, Outrage. Thanks for coming through, everybody. Just got back from Frosty's. I'm feeling just dandy. We got two gamers looking ready to roll, so I won't bore you with the small talk. Let's rock.
Get on to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride, ever feel your desire. One day I noticed that my life.
There's one thing we can say about Emo Scooby-Doo. It's that he hates Guilty Gear Strive's vocals. You know it because you can see him shit-talking Naoki in the chat there. I think Naoki's a great vocalist. He's got a wide range going for him. All kinds of different stuff he can sing. Herchey is stepped up to the podium. That is a Gold Lewis player right there. If I recall correctly. Yep. Gutz is last week's champion. WeebCup 183 champion. I don't know, are we having a Strive moment? Strive moment 37. You joined the game. Alright, everybody. Commentary may be a little stilted. I've got a cough drop in my mouth. A little bit of the ick from pre-Frosties. But we are seeing a good amount of dancing in neutral. Herchey giving ground, allowing Gutz to take the corner. Herchey using burst to create space. Then drone. Ooh, the cross up. Now it's Herchey's turn to take the corner. Great DP from... flash kick from Gutz, rather. And now the blender is happening. That's 100% American ground beef right there. Herchey through the wall. Jumping, a lot of 6Ps. Good tick throw from Gutz. Has the meter to close things out. Herchey is going to appreciate that burst starting next round, though. More dancing. Machine gun is real interesting. Look how much space it created. Herchey had their back almost to the wall, pushed things way back to mid-screen. But Gutz does what Leo does best and takes the corner. Through the wall, Herchey with meter. Gutz with 50 burst on the deck. So we could have seen Wild Assault. We may see it just to close distance in a second. Nope. Quick little DP. So when it comes to spending meter after a wall break, we will hear no discussion of my shenanigans at Frosty Faustings. That was a whack-ass setup. We will not talk about it. Besides, there's a match happening right now. It's far more important to focus on the present and the future than look to the past. That's how Herchey's got to be feeling right now. We're into match 2. Herchey may try not to give so much ground at the start. We are seeing a little bit of more early drone to take space. But Gutz sees that gap between the lights and Behemoth Typhoon. Ooh, great cross-up. This was mentioned last week when I was on comms, that when it comes to blocking lights from Gold Lewis, there's a gap before BT comes out, and reversals can take advantage of that. Gutz retaining that piece of information. We see some good counter-poking. Ooh, okay. Great shimmying from Gutz. And that back turn stance leaves Leo so plus after cancels. Herchey is definitely kind of struggling once they get put in the mix. Wild Assault in the CrossFit is dirty. Well, Herchey working with about 30% of their life yet left. Full burst on the table, spends it. Again, working their way out of the corner. That's a clever use of the guard point. Herchey, clever lacrosse up though. Has the corner. Ooh! Wild Assault to get out of the corner. That JD overhead is really unusual. You don't expect to see it. At the higher elevations, so to speak, it's a little slow, so you can react to it. But keeping it close to the ground, a little easier to deal with. Gee. Leo is extraordinarily difficult if you don't know what you're up against. I sympathize with you. When I went to TV this year, I went 0-3 against I don't remember their name. But enough about me. Let's focus on the match at hand. Herchey. Refusing to give ground, instead just getting pushed. Good throw. You have to throw on the cross through with Leo. More cross ups. Mom said it's my turn for the cross up. Guts' pressure is really great. Wait, he's gonna hit D. Yep, the con shield. Leo does not hit a button. They can react to Super Flash with the shield. Okay, I really like what Herchey was cooking there. The delay after the close slash to try and bait out a flash kick. But Gutz is just working on a whole other level. Tragic. Little drop. That's a big chunk of meter that got burned there. I really like what Herchey was cooking. Excuse me, I did not update the round count. Herchey showing signs of life. His movement and back turn is confounding. Gold Lewis's neutral pokes are pretty sluggish. Tagged by the end of the machine gun, it's not going to be a huge benefit to Herchey. And security meter drained, so the drone is only level 2. Herchey giving space, but the minigun giving a whole lot of space. What a great flash cancel from Gutz. Herchey spending the minigun for dear life. Looking dire. We could see a cross through. Oh, the 6P. One more interaction. It is now set point for Gutz. A little 2K to start things. Tragedies of being 2+. Gutz puts themselves in the corner just for the cross-up. She is getting mauled out here. Doesn't quite catch the backdash with that super. Has the meter to cancel it. Ah, the gold burst gets baited. And with that, Gutz 3-0 takes this first match of WeebCup this evening. Great first match for us. Already moving to the second match of the evening, we will be seeing BeanBagels versus C-Drive. C-Drive got second last week. Lost out to Gutz after a... Was that a... No, there was no reset. I don't believe there was a reset. BeanBagels is a former champion. Gotten top 1 in WeebCup before, has not shown up for quite some time, but is showing up now. It's great to see them back. I have pinged both of our contestants. Should be entering the venue in just a moment. I hope you all had a great weekend. All the things that have been going on, MagFest, Frosties, what have you. I figure I'll give you a little background info on this week's tournament name. Originally it was going to be I Lived a Bitch because I'd gotten over COVID, I defeated it. But I got a warning from the challenge that the name was toxic, so changed the name to Too Toxic to Live, because apparently being happy about my own survival after COVID is toxic. Alright, we've got a one gamer under the menu. C-Drive is standing tall on the podium. We're waiting for BeanBagels now. BeanBagels, a Bridget player. Very solid, very good neutral, very good pressure. Just a well-rounded, quietly efficient player. For any gamers who would like to join me this evening, I will be opening up Voice Channel 2. If you want to join me on comms, go ahead and come through. One seat open. Please no fighting for it. First come, first served. Waiting on... BeanBagels has entered the venue. Alright, they're queued up and we're ready to go. We're gonna see a big fella who does a whole lot of damage versus a little baby chibless who does not do a lot of damage. And notably, she donates a lot of burst when she combos you. That's the rhetoric that's going around about this character at the moment. Going to be a significant discrepancy in range and speed in neutral. C-Drive's going to have to count on damage and corner carry. And we're going to see damage with that big close slash punish on the DP. But BeanBagels, through burst shenanigans, manages to get out. Look at this mobility. This is the key here. When C-Drive puts down drones, they will have to consider how easily can Bridget get around them in neutral. It's not going to matter at this particular moment in time because high damage rules the day. Oh, BeanBagels caught pressing something. That's the yo-yo setup. Flipped on the back. Just to increase the amount of blocks done. Closing up those gaps. That's what Bridget does. Varies up the gaps using that yo-yo set. I think we're gonna see... No, not quite. We see a little bit of a drop. Great use of meter. Bagels with the PRC back to keep themselves safe and fight back. What a call out! Can't believe that you picked jump there and you picked 2H there. Ooh, what an ambiguous mix. Keep it low. Yeah, see, doesn't even care about the drone. This is what I was talking about earlier. A little sweep to break the wall. BeanBagels working on a perfect. It's not going to happen because of the chip damage. I thought for sure that the BT was placed well enough. The drive. This is still a dangerous situation for BeanBagels to be in. One clean hit from Gold Lewis can start a turnaround, but it's not going to happen. Not this time. As I said before, BeanBagels quietly efficient. Keeps it clean. Just moves in for the kill. Match 2. BeanBagels starting with just some pokes to control the neutral. C-drive, dash blocking, nice use of White Wild Assault. Doesn't get in, but poked out. JD is one heck of a button. Manages to beat out that 6P, and now that the yo-yo's down, you need some kind of tool to tell you whether the yo-yo's hitting on the way out or it's going to hit coming back. If you have something like a slow projectile, as an Anji player, I like to throw out Butterfly at super long ranges to check for what kind of yo-yo Bridget is using, but Gold Lewis can't really do that, not without committing a huge amount of resources that they need to either close out combos for damage or use for more neutral control. Okay, but Gold Lewis has damage. We're gonna see some damage. We're gonna see a drop, unfortunately. Drop didn't matter, though. Damage is what matters. You drive with a slight resource advantage. Big 2H counter hit. These C-drives spending their purse. White Wild Assault is off the table now. Ooh, the cross-up. The anti-cross-up, rather. AD seems to be the sauce to get C-drive in. Life looks even, but C-drive has... Whoa! C-drive wanted that burst. BeanBagels has meter to keep things clean and safe. C-drive, once again, spending White Wild Assault. Good deflect. Plenty of space to work with. It's just a resource disadvantage at this point. C-drive can't really overcome that. We saw YRC, we saw deflect, we saw cancels. BeanBagels knows how to use the resources effectively and efficiently to overcome the big scary American man trying to smear you over the pavement. BeanBagels 2 up as we move into game 3. Tries to run in. Let's see, Drive is ready for it though. BeanBagels has it back to the wall. DP's out, but this positioning is still very spooky. Ooh. The stage feels so small with both of these characters. C-Drive already has their back to the wall, but has turned things around. BeanBagels with their back to the wall. This range is what Gold Lewis wants, but a well-placed 6P. Ooh, that was clever. The yo-yo to keep that close slash nice and meaty. Gotta be careful of Gold Lewis just swinging the coffin in neutral. Quite enough to OTG kill, but a throw puts a mark on C-Drive's side of the board. Not a game, not yet, just one round. White Wild Assault is on the table. Goes for the 6P, but BeanBagels just drops to the ground. Gotta be careful poking against this character. I was saying earlier, the range and speed discrepancy is key. Plenty of meter. I really like that, not trying to go for a splat. Doesn't want C-Drive to build any more burst. Right back to the wall. Text the throw, very nice. Those two H's have been key all that long. Ooh, what a scoop with the empty overhead. Ooh, big far slash. And there's a counter poke. Again, BeanBagels has a huge advantage in resources. That was really great reactions. Everybody's playing very aware. But now this may be the first time we've seen BeanBagels get clipped by the drone, not just fly straight over it. Positioning doesn't matter when you're not ready for the run-up throw. BeanBagels. 3 on the board. Sends us back to the lobby. Round 1 is over. We have seen Gutz, Fat Cat Teddy, BeanBagels, and Emo Scooby-Doo both move on. We will be having all 4 of them come onto stream in just a moment. I will ping them both at this time. First up is Gutz and Fat Cat Teddy. Teddy has already taken first spot. We're going to be submitted to some of the most rancid music in the game, I think. The vibes will be atrocious. Gutz will be taking a moment to come into the room. In the meantime, I'll get a little bit of this admin stuff taken care of. What's wrong with Deer Song? Deer Song is fine. I gotta say, all these people in the chat criticizing the music this evening. I don't know what's going on here. Listen, on the topic of the intro music, Naoki himself recommended I pick up that album. Like I sent him a message on Twitter. I talked about getting into Outrage's music. And he recommended that album to me, so I picked it up, and it's a fine album. What's wrong with Dear Song? You people, I swear. If I wasn't busy running a tournament, there would be some... I'd get the wand out and start hexing. Yeah, Naoki's vocals are fine. Alright, to save us from any further discussion, it looks like... Have we... No? I thought for a moment there were Gutz under the venue. Listen, I roomed with a whole bunch of Zoomers over the Frosty Fausting week, and I already know what it's like for things to be completely over music-wise. Okay, Gutz has ended the menu. He's saving us from this discussion. Teddy on Johnny. Has chosen Deer Song. Gutz using the sweep to close in after Misfiner, famously minus 15. I really like the use of, actually, I really like Teddy's patience there, rather, not trying to clash with the DP. Teddy is blocking the overheads pretty well this evening. King of Diamonds. Blocks the overhead. We're both no overheads are landing this evening. Gutz spending all of their burst to keep the pressure tight. Keep the positioning close up. Ooh. The close slash whiffs in the air. But the JH doesn't. Ooh, what do you... Teddy wants to keep things center stage, or maybe had a missed input. Gutz is not so kind. Both these characters have a lot of life. Both these characters also have stance cancels. And somewhat uniquely, Gutz playing a character whose sweep can be tagged by certain mid moves. It's not a low profile move, so we can see a 6P or something like it beat Leo's sweep. That big sweep of Leo's, though, it can punish that 15 frame move, the momentum carry from the dash. But we'll be seeing it plenty. We're seeing Teddy play pretty smart with pressure, not using a whole lot of missed finers, just to kind of not make any gaps for Gutz to catch with DPs. I think Teddy has the right idea right now in this matchup. Gutz is just playing pretty clean overall. Teddy's likely swapping characters. Or songs. Teddy's not swapped characters. Yeah, I told you the song would be swapping. And this is how you know the commentary's solid, when they get beads on what's happening in between rounds. Good old Misfiner destroying projectiles now. That may have some big implications in neutral. Ooh, catches the backdash with the close slash. You, Teddy... Listen, I did it at Frosty, so I'm not gonna say a word about it. Gutz does not take kindly to mistakes in play. Forced to spend burst, Teddy at a disadvantage, the clash. Oh, gets crossed up. Absolutely tragic round. Crossed up. Starting to see more overheads land now. Teddy seems shook. Bad beat on that guess. Gutz up 2. Turn us to the room real fast. It's almost like the more time that passes, the more Gutz is getting into Teddy's head, the more we're seeing the difference in style, the difference in how Gutz is changing up the play. And that's really the sign of a great player, somebody who can recognize what's happening, shift things up, and then further beyond that, shift things up preemptively to shake what the opponent is trying to do to counter you. Well-spaced 2H, keep that he's safe from the DP. Ooh. Okay, Pile Bunker should not be taken lightly. Call crew. I didn't even see the meter. As I was about to say, I believe one of the reasons why Gutz wanted to swap from Chaos to Leo is for the sake of consistency against these big momentum swing characters like Slayer. You see a cross up? Yep, there it is. Catches the Hand of Doom with the back turn P. Back turn P feels like such an underrated tool. Ooh. Baits the burst by spending meter. Gutz has the corner. Cross through. Cross through again. Like I was saying earlier, we're seeing adjustments to the adjustments. Scoop. This is very dangerous. Hit by the Universe Master's Hammer. Got the backshot combos going. That is so much damage. Has a perfect under the belt. Takes a match. 1-2. We're about to move into game 4. Emo Scooby-Doo has entered the venue. Emo Scooby-Doo's match will be coming up shortly. Getting ready. Chilling by the fridge. What will Gutz do? We see a bit more space. A few more projectiles. More just clean strings. 2K, 6K. Need a big punish on that sweep. It's -8 and I believe Leo very close. Ooh. And I'm just thinking back to Daru talking about what Slayer would be like with a dash macro, and you're beholding it now, people in the audience. Gutz rallies. 2 on the board, 1 more round until we move on. Nice throw. Ooh, catches the Master's Hammer with the DP. We're gonna see... No wall break. Opts to keep the mix going. Oh, catches the 2H though. Does it follow up? Again, the DP to catch the Master's Hammer. Flash kick, rather. Gutz. 3-1. Will be moving on. Next, we will see BeanBagels and Emo Scooby-Doo. Eno versus Bridget. 2 burst donators, as they sometimes are known. The admin stuff's taken care of. Admin stuff is almost taken care of. Emo Scooby-Doo, I know I've been saying it a lot, that they are one of the players who has improved the most throughout WeebCup's lifespan. They've been a long-time entrant. Have managed to consistently make the top half of the bracket. You'll see now how that does against, I said before, quietly efficient player BeanBagels. We're going to see lots of highs and lows in this match. Both characters love to mix it up with their own kinds of high-low pressure. We'll be lowering my seat.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of
Not letting the intro rock. Getting straight into it. I think at the mid-range, BeanBagels will have the advantage, but we can see explosive mix from Emo Scooby-Doo if BeanBagels starts playing too passive. Bridget has to be left to her own devices to start mixing. Has to have the yo-yo to get her high-low going. Okay, we see a quick stroke to get in. BeanBagels with plenty of meter. Officer a DP. Can't cancel it anymore, but it's gonna hit in time? Yes, it does. Clips Emo Scooby-Doo. Emo Scooby-Doo has to deflect on deck. Oh, almost. We're at about one interaction away with both characters. The second hit of the overhead strikes true. BeanBagels up around. Ooh, big counter hit. Perhaps opting not to break the wall so as to set up more mix. Emo Scooby-Doo is punished by a DP. Push to the other side of the arena. Bridget's 2H seems really spooky for Eno to deal with. It's one of those moves that will hit Eno if she's in the air trying to hover, or if she's trying to move forward with stroke. Quick Roman cancel from the dust. Cheeky overhead into the wall splat. BeanBagels, one on the board. We've gone back to the room. Just a moment to get a big sippy as we move into match 2. I've taken my big sippy. We're ready.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Again, 2H to start things off. I wonder... I wonder what the play is against dealing with 2H, if it's just playing patient and learning the proper spacing. Eno can't dash block, and that's one of the best tools to help navigate neutral. Ooh, good 6P to beat the poke from Bridget. And the Scooby-Doo starting to gain ground. Dude, these stages feel so small. I know I said it before, but it bears repeating. BeanBagels not able to fight their way out. One of the big advantages we saw against slower characters is the ability to just swoosh over neutral tools with the yo-yo, start and stop, dash and stop, excuse me. Scooby-Doo has more meter to work with. Both BRC forward. I was wondering if that would be the case. I was wondering if someone would try to stick out an active hitbox. Emo Scooby-Doo has one on the board. We're going to move into Game 3 in just a moment. Typically, the counter to BRC is to stick out an active hitbox. Something that's quick, has a couple active frames, like 5 or so active frames. Something like a 5K tends to be a great answer. Ooh. And that 2H is a big disjointed fishing rod for counter hits. The Scooby-Doo using all sorts of good mid-range tools. Nino really does have a strange mix of tools now that I think about it. The very unusually disjointed far slash. Disjointed H buttons. The Roger drop, we see it for the first time this set. Manages to capitalize off the throw with the yo-yo setup. That's a nice little chunk, nice little 40-ish%. BeanBagels. Positive running out has plenty of resources to work with. It's looking to continue positive. Manages to find the KO before that happens, though. At some point, you kind of have to consider the future when it comes to positive and KOing. Do you want to drag things out and try and get a little more benefit from positive? Do you want to just end it? Sometimes if I'm in a no-win situation and I get sent through the wall, I just run straight at the opponent so I can die quickly and not let the opponent rack up any more resources. We're not seeing any of that, though. Good BRC backdash. Ooh. BRC backdash is a really valuable tool that you should be using a lot. We saw Emo Scooby-Doo getting away with quite a lot of strokes to reset pressure. There's a couple things BeanBagels can be looking for to deal with that. We'll see that situation repeats itself in this fourth match of this set. I think you can hear me a little bit congested right now. I felt pretty miserable over the weekend in regards to that. Hopefully it's not too bad. I don't want it to affect the quality of commentary in my voice too much. This is a great little back and forth we're seeing in the mid-range. And again, Emo Scooby-Doo using stroke to get away with pressure resets. Ooh, tragic. That cross up in the corner. Oh, Emo Scooby-Doo. What a read on that burst. We'll be receiving the benefits of positive bonus. Bagels. Letting the stroke get away. Ooh, good reversal. Quick little overhead, opting not to break the wall. Plus frames from the MLA. My favorite writing format. Scooby-Doo working on it, perfect. Gets clipped by that JS. Typically, it's an overhead pressure tool. Works as an air-to-air on occasion, though. Just gets clipped by the chemical love. We're in a 2-2 situation. We will be moving into Game 5. I think Emo Scooby-Doo is recognizing what's going on with the stroke situation. BeanBagels is not really getting punishes. Yeah, opts to run in for a throw. This can be the Emo Scooby-Doo's advantage in the long run. Now, there has been to the advantage in the long run. We'll see if it can carry... What a throw setup! I've never seen that. Emo Scooby-Doo playing a victory tune. One round away from moving on. Winners finals. Ooh. BeanBagels into a piddling amount of life. For Scooby-Doo with meter to work with. Actually, both players have meter to work with. Ah! Burst does not find purchase. Emo Scooby-Doo cleans that setup. We'll be moving on to fight Gutz in winners finals, but we'll be moving on to the lower half of the bracket for now. We're gonna have Herchey and Stinky Steve come in next. Gold Lewis versus Anji. I hesitate to say tale as old as time, but it's a set it's a matchup I played quite a lot. Had the pleasure of fighting many Gold Lewis gamers. Big Booty Man. Don't believe I played Herchey, but Cherio, C-Drive, our regular Gold Lewis contender. And just this past weekend at Frosty Faustings, I played against Big Jars in my loser's side top 192 pool. Herchey has entered the venue. Stinky Steve has entered the venue. We're all set to go with losers round 1.
Mankind knew that they cannot cheat.
Listen, I've only ever had like one issue playing against C-Drive, and I wasn't even playing against C-Drive. It was C-Drive being in chat. Midare? Nice shimmy. Has plenty of resources. I've said before that this Anji champion is carried by his resource gain, and he has plenty of meter to spare. Gotta keep it more clean and neutral though. Butterfly is not going to do you much good. It will not activate when the drone hits it. It's gonna lose to the machine gun. Good co. Stinky Steve is down on resources, but up on most all other, maybe material, let's say, if we're gonna use chess terms. I really like the spacing that's going on here. Steve! No, JD. Oh, no! JD too high to get hit by the first hit of the counter, but it turns around. Remember, it hits on both sides. One of Anji's specialties, his 2S, his 5H, and the second hit of his counter at longer ranges will hit you if you're on the other side. Listen, I gotta keep it polite. When I'm on commentary, I try to keep it PG at best, at the highest. I genuinely love how Stinky Steve has the random music on. It's like the completely unlit, edited playlist. You hear the nice synth rock, May's classic Missing Link theme. You got the kind of symphonic sound going on here. Ooh. Go through the wall by the minigun, but again, the resource advantage. Unfortunately, yeah, that's when the butterfly's out, you gotta be careful using counter super because the way the butterfly and that hit will interact. Or she's staying clear that time. Gold burst, Stinky Steve down on health. And you know what? I think normally there's a lot of people who say don't spend burst at the end of the round wisely, but I think a gold burst is not a bad option if it finds purchase. It allows you to gain some of that resources back. Look, Steve's already got 50 burst to work with. You can see a red wild assault. More great shimmies. We're seeing great anti-airs from Stinky Steve. Ooh, just steps back. Clean. Stinky Steve up to nice, nice. Wait, you made the mod? Or did you just install it? Are you saying you made it, or...?
Man.
Early burst, I don't know about that. Damn! Alright, alright. Hell yeah, Emo Scooby-Doo made that, so if you use the, if you use that mod at all... Alright, I will. I didn't know that. The hidden WeebCup lore. Well, I'm impressed by the talent of our competitors. There's been a lot of slugging happening. A drone in neutral is all it takes to put Stinky Steve down around. Charging the Fujin for more distance. Quick little spin. Steve spending the meter. That's sick. I gotta look that mod up. Playtime's over. Herchey sitting on 50 meter. Doesn't get a chance to spend it. It doesn't live quite long enough to benefit from the burst gain from that gold burst. Little Midari through the drone. Yeah, go ahead and do it. In fact, I'll include it in the upload link when I put it on YouTube. Stinky Steve is better at confirming combos than I am. One interaction away. Ooh, looking out for the reversal super, just air dash, faultless defense, and a quick little meaty to close things out. Stinky Steve will be moving on. It's the worst feeling in the world. I feel you. It's I'll post a picture of my stick sometime. I've got a mod in there to help with that. Okay, we will be having C Drive and Margarita Love and Destroy on stream next. Yeah, so on my stick, I have a D-brake, which is essentially a paddle that extends down from the button, so I can just tilt my hand, and with the heel, the right side of my hand, it'll brush against the paddle, and that's my FD macro, so I don't have to move my hand at all. Like I said, I'll post a picture of it in the tournament chat once we wrap up here. I've got a lot of mods for my stick. I have a heavier spring. I've got a gate with notches in it, so that I know when I'm just hitting a left or right input. It was designed for charge characters, but for me, it's so I can know if I'm stand blocking or crouch blocking, if there's any kind of discrepancy. Because I use a square gate. If you have like a octagonal gate, it's a little easier to, I guess, feel where exactly you are, but then you have to move the stick farther for your circle input, for the circles on your inputs. Yeah? Like, I love talking about modding the stick, different stuff happening. I've got the detachable, the D-Link in the stick so I can take the joystick out. Stick is octo with really deep corners, a ton of buttons on the face. Ooh, okay, you gotta show me. We gotta upload pictures to show each other what's going on. I did not ping Margarita, forgive me. Sorry, I got distracted talking about arcade sticks. Margarita has entered the venue. BeanBagels has entered the venue. So, do you have a detachable, joystick? Because I have the, with the D-Link, it's really easy to unscrew the ball top. Actually, it's really difficult. I'm slicing into my fingers right now. Oh, okay, Margarita with Giovanna. Let me update this here. So Margarita, I've mentioned it before, goes to my monthlies and is the tournament organizer for the regional Tyrant's Grave, so I know Margarita fairly well. We played a bunch. Margarita is in a constant state of character crisis. You can ask pretty much anybody that they know and they will tell you this. Margarita has gone from Sato to Milia to Dizzy, back to Milia, now on Giovanna. And has talked about how fun Giovanna is. At the last monthly I went to, that they were not interested in playing Geo at the time, because they didn't think it was up to snuff. But now we see Giovanna has entered the ring. And having gotten bullied by Classified on stream, I'm pretty intimate with what's going on with Geo at the moment. What's going on with Geo at the moment is she's getting counter hit. Is that deflect? It's JD. C Drive. Belligerence. This is the name of the game. Oh, like at recently at Frosty's, or were they in WeebCup or at some point? Okay, we're moving into game 2. I'll have to check out their bracket then and see if I can play 20 questions to figure out who your friend is. For now, I gotta focus on commentating. I missed an entire match talking about Arcade 6 and Margarita's character crisis. Drone on the table. We're seeing a lot of characters finding ways to ignore the drone. Wonder if C Drive can maybe find some way to increase the threat of the drone. I do like what C Drive is doing, the 5K, the big steppy. Ooh. The big steppy to interrupt Giovanna's rushdown. Damn, that was nice. What a combo. I didn't know if it would kill. You want a last minute will it kill submission, you know, clip that and send it in. Kabe into Travau, no longer guard crushes, but it's still +6, so it's a great way to reset pressure. That's command dash into error for those who don't speak Portuguese. I mean, I don't speak Portuguese either. But I know the move names. Ooh. Ooh. We're seeing dancing in the air. Ooh, what a check! That's a 4-frame jab on Gio, remember, so she has the privilege to check stuff. Again, the enhanced Travau to keep pressure. Bro, C Drive has meter for reversal. Chooses not to spend it. Margarita brings it back. 1-1. Keeps things even. Okay, since you mentioned that, Stinky Steve, I saw on Blue Sky, somebody did this really cool fan art of Gio wearing a Sepultura shirt. And people were talking about how they loved what a great touch it was. And then a bunch of people started speaking Portuguese, being so happy seeing the Brazilian character being represented properly. And I'm just thinking, man, it really is every country loves it. We're moving into match 3 now. Ooh! The 5K to fight against Gio's 2D is really big brained. Ooh, nice PRC to delay the string. Margarita has the corner. C-Drive fighting back, has plenty of meter to work with. Easy closeout. Doesn't even need to spend anything. Listen, don't make me blast you. We're a PG stream. Keep it clean. DP in neutral. You gotta be careful about big sweep. I see. Welcome to the chat, Night EXE. C-Drive closing things out. I'm gonna swap back so that when I upload this to YouTube, we can see what exactly is happening here. Is that why did you let yourself get washed by Margarita at Frosty's because they were playing Gio? Or did they subject you to Milia? Alright, chat has moved on, so I'm going back into the proper tournament stream.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Okay, yeah, that's Margarita cleaned up at monthlies at the beginning of the month with Milia, if I recall correctly. A big poke into the enhanced loops. You can see a drop though. No wall break. Margarita getting the reset, getting the Oki with the big enhanced Travau. Smartly using meter to clean things up. I guess an OTG would have cleaned things up as well, but when you see that little life left to work with, you gotta find some way to close things out rather than let a character like Gold Lewis attempt to have one more interaction. Couple of little 2S's. Very meaty pokes will catch you. Margarita wanted that burst. I think he's gonna clear it. Yeah, C-Drive clears it. Not close enough to punish, though. Opts not to fire the gun. Just a little BT to chip out. I feel a little scatterbrained on commentary this evening. Hopefully I'll warm up in just a little bit here. Drive. Ooh, that was such a bold 6P, and it pays dividends because Margarita baits the burst. Oh, it's a little sloppy. C-Drive with meter. C-Drive has so many resources to keep this string of BTs going. Margarita's chicken blocking now. Hanging on for dear life. Less chip from the latest patch means what probably would have killed keeps Margarita alive. No OTG. That's huge. Just a little 2K. Close things out. It is going down to the wire in this. This is a losers round 1 match, people. A little dancing in neutral. Yeah, since you bring it up, yeah, these are the number 3 and 4 seeds happening in Losers Round 1 right now. It's been a very interesting evening. Big steppy. 2S, though, manages to slide on in with the second hit. Geo's dash carries so much momentum. There we go. That's what we want to see. I was mentioning earlier, how was C-Drive going to find a way to make Drone more scary, to stop being disrespected? The answer is to hit that JS. Represent threats on the ground and in the air, as America is wont to do. Bar slash counter hit into super. Margarita wants that positive as soon as possible. Ooh. Air to air action. C-Drive in the corner. Just checks their way out with the 2P. Turns things around with the BT. We're in a double Luigi situation here. Oh my gosh, Margarita's life surely flashing before her eyes, baiting the burst by spending the meter. Not afraid of a reversal super at all. They've jumped in. Good scoop. C-Drive down on resources, spending it on FD, has no meter to reversal with. Margarita keeps the strings tight and closes it out. Losers round 1. It's come to an end. Seed number 2 eliminated. In losers round 1. It has been a fun, fine evening. All right, we are gonna have BeanBagels and Stinky Steve come in next. Margarita, you must leave the podium. Thank you. As a reminder, we have the mic open right now. If anyone would like to come in and co-commentate, you are welcome to at any point in time. Stinky Steve is on Player 1 podium. BeanBagels will be joining us momentarily. I've sent the ping out for them. They've joined us. First match of Losers Round 2. This is a match I know Bridget players tend to get a little antsy over. I play the amazing Billy on the regular, and things tend to be pretty even. In fact, that does seem pretty close to how most Bridget players think about it. Even, but Anji's big damage and health can be very annoying mountains to overcome. Good check on the run-in. Stinky Steve knows the safe jump. Ooh, okay, nice pickup. I wasn't quite sure if that would be a string that would combo properly. Steve not getting the big punish. I like the spacing Steve is finding here, but unfortunately Bridget just has range to work with. Steve's anti-airs have been so on point this week, last week, this whole bracket run. BeanBagels has resources to work with, though. Good tech. Good counter hit. This is where those resources are going to come in. Ooh, a drop. And just to swoosh right in after the 6P and go for the high-low. About even on burst. Bagels plays patient at round start. Doesn't want to trigger the spin activation. 2S was a real great choice there after crossing through, autopiling into Midare, would surely have caused the move to whiff. I like BeanBagels' patience here. Showed it at round start, showing it now when the chips are down. Stinky Steve has meter to work with. PRC's in. Bagels. Okay. It seems to me like BeanBagels has been having a little bit of issues getting some proper punishes on minus moves. Saw it earlier with Emo Scooby-Doo. Saw it just now with Nagiha. The counter put Stinky Steve up and over. It's possible. I don't quite remember if Stinky Steve had resources for counter in that situation, but or the proper spacing after the Nagiha. But we have to see what kind of adaptations BeanBagels will show. Ooh, we've got the music power up. Great 6P, Stinky Steve has been on that. Spots the empty jump in. The dangers of being 2+. Right at the very edge. The Karanagiha there. Using the plus frames from fan toss. We're seeing a little good air jousting, starting to... BeanBagels is starting to adjust to the anti-airs a little bit. Using big disjointed moves to try and poke in. Yeah. Stinky Steve maybe is autopiloting a bit much with 6P, seeing too much success, now drunk on the feeling. Great parry, great dodge. The spending meter hold, but now with not a lot of bursts to work with. Not enough for Wild Assault. BeanBagels up on resources. This is the conversion. BeanBagels fighting back. Finding purchase with these long-range pokes and throws. Now we see a back throw incident. BeanBagels fights their way out. Careful of the counter this time. Steve. Closing distance. This distance closed upon them. Ooh, great catch on the B.A. Might be able to finish things. Yep. And it just closed it out with a charge dust. Will Stinky Steve do turn things around? There is a safe jump setup. But Stinky Steve, I don't know if they know about it. Ooh, caught the Ko. Ko is a great anti-air. It's very active, it's very large, but it won't hit you on the ground, so if you stay grounded, it's an easy punish. BeanBagels finds that easy punish. Finds the counter hit, but goes for the command grab. Didn't believe. Starting to see punishes on the Nagikan now. Now it's BeanBagels' turn to 6P. Oh, this is tragic. Again, Stinky Steve proving himself better at conversions than I do. And again, spends verse late. There we go. That's what you gotta do. 2K after the Nagiha. Play 6P. Keeps the string tight, goes for the follow-up throw. As the corner, BeanBagels applying pressure. He was fighting their way out, teching throws, air dashing in. Again, gets the safe jump. Look to bait the burst and finds nothing. That's right, you can spin it. Just like the light. Okay, BeanBagels is getting a little more consistent with these punishes. I do like Stinky Steve just using spin to check Bridget's yo-yo toss. I mentioned it earlier in the evening, but I like to use Butterfly to check what kind of yo-yo is coming, if whether it's the one that hits immediately or comes back after the delay. Hits coming back, rather. And I might have to swap over to using spin just for the sake of gaining ground no matter what. Ooh, great song. One of my favorite songs in the series. Now Steve, though, taking a page out of my book, throwing out a butterfly in neutral to check incoming yo-yo. Steve is slugging, though. Quite enough to kill. tragic. Sometimes you see what's happening and just use the wrong thing. Goes for the scoop. Not quite able to get the pickup off of that, but manages to catch the mash. Steve with the meter to cancel to keep Poe safe. Great 6P. Fujin is a terrific attack for maintaining pressure, but it can be fought back against. It does have weaknesses against delayed attacks. Whoa! Nicky Steve smothering BeanBagels, though. I feel like, not to simply toot my own horn or speak from my own experiences, use them as definitive, but Anji kind of either smothers his opponents or really has to work at things. My past... Ooh, another fantastic song. Another one of the all-timers from the series soundtrack. My experience at Frosty was every match that I won, I got 3-0'd, and I really had to fight for my life with the other stuff. And I don't think that's necessarily Anji has polarizing matchups, but rather that Anji can play a really smothering playstyle, especially against lower health characters like Bridget, where you can just be very belligerent and treat your health as a resource. Tragic Far Slash. It's slow to come out at 11 frames, only has 2 active frames, so it can get caught by really active hitboxes like Bridget's EP. That's the name of this song, Gravity. Just backdashing out. Bagels, great spacing. The return yo-yo manages to extend the string. Hard knockdown on the wall break. Seeky Steve with meter to his name. What a great check with the 2K. Oh, an inch away from death. One more interaction will do it. Hey, there's that interaction. Bridget has a great call-out option with her super. That's why Butterfly can be a little risky, honestly. Trying to do stuff to check what kind of yo-yo is coming can be a little risky because of the nature of the beast. That is Return of the Killing Machine. Great little matchup, though. Pleased it went to round 5. Match 5, excuse me. We'll be moving on to the second losers round 2 match. Fat Cat Teddy versus Margarita. Fat Cat Teddy has already plopped down on player 1 side. Margarita also was at Frosty. Great to see some of the Richmond crew come through. We had, in fact, I believe, yeah, every Richmond gamer that came through to Frosty's has been a WeebCup entrant in the past. We had Kid Dracula, Margarita was there, Head Chef, and Fubio, who organizes the monthly in Richmond, the Elfelt player. Margarita has ended defending, that's what I thought. We may potentially have 2 revolving doors here. I know that I like to talk about Fat Cat Teddy's revolving door of characters on the weekly. Margarita has quite a lot of characters under their belt as well. What a scoop! Great. Knows the solution to Master's Hammer. Player's theme as well has the same theme power-up. Master's Hammer finds home, though. This is the meaty 2H. Ooh. Collects the wall break with the 50 meter. Oh, caught by that jump in. Two H whiffs. Margarita backed out. We're seeing great use of Giovanna's movement from Margarita. Close slash anti-air. The hard knockdown coming through. Margarita's turn to apply pressure. Teddy is willing to fight their way out with 2P check. Margarita willing to fight their way out with a 5P check. Couple Sepulturas is all it takes to take the corner. Margarita. Ooh! Jumps. Reaction to the Master's Hammer. Now spends meter to take the corner. Whoa! Teddy is absolutely devious with it this evening. Just dandy stepping through all of this danger. Teddy is really on top of it when it comes to key dandy step into just run through. It's really something to see that. I don't see it a whole lot. I assume it's probably because it's risky. Woo. It's late catching Giovanna in the air. It's late, I think, is maybe the strongest move out of Dandy Step. Master's Hammer gets all the credit for being very plus. Pile Bunker gets all the credit for dealing damage, but I think It's Late, being an overhead... Hello? Everything good? Ah! Having Strive moment? Strive moment 37? Guilty here. I gotta take a big sippy. Did you just disconnect, or? Okay, didn't kick from the lobby. Try it again. Yeah, that round never happened. So I can go back into how cringe It's Late is in just a moment. Oh, maybe it's Tuesday. It's not. Surely it's not, because Tuesday, innit? Wait a second. Are we back? Servants return. Lobby. That round never happened, as far as I'm concerned. It wasn't even... No matches finished. As far as I'm concerned, just play it out. If, okay. If it was, like, down to the bottom of, like, the second or third round, I probably would have reviewed the tapes and made a call based off of that, though. It's only first round, so I'm not gonna cause any controversy. No! Okay. I got real spooked there for a second. Big 5H counter hit. Again, the jump back to catch the Master's Hammer. Margarita making great use of Giovanna's movement as noted in... No, as not noted before, because that round never happened, remember. The 2H punish. The jump in over the 2H. It's... Teddy is a maniac, making great use of that P dandy in tight situations. In a pinch, one might say. Giovanna using the 2S though to catch these rapidly moving attacks. Just big active frames. Teddy up 2 now. So to touch on a topic that definitely didn't happen earlier, I think It's Late is definitely the strongest Dandy Step follow-up because it's such a big anti-air move, and it's a overhead guard crush. So you can fuzzy somebody immediately after, like bump ahead. Because it doesn't guard crush, you don't get quite so dangerous a fuzzy afterwards. Oh, big 2H. Master's Hammer has more counterplay to it than the bump ahead It's Late mix. Teddy is teleporting all over the place. Teleporting like a vampire from an action game. Ooh. Ooh. I didn't even see at 100 meter. Not quite a kill though. Ooh. The big 6H. Teddy on match point. Margarita fighting for tournament life here. Nice backdash. Again, using the enhanced Strobao as we've seen throughout the bracket. And we're starting to see a little more stick and move from Giovanna. That's what needs to happen. Stick and move. Punish the whiff. Like a boxing match. Appropriately enough. Woo. 2H feels like a jump scare. Good 6P to eat up space. Going for the wall break. Not quite close enough. Gets the hard knock. Teddy, you maniac. Teddy has a 100 meter on deck. Up suspended on RC into the Super Mappa. Is that a safe jump? No. The punish. Oh, that's tragic. Margarita got spooked, unable to punish Dandy Step. Teddy, 3-0, will be moving on to loser semis. For loser semis, though, we will be moving on to winners finals. Gutz versus Emo Scooby-Doo. Alright, someone has entered the venue. I can hear it. Emo Scooby-Doo's on player one side. You'll surely hear smell of the game as a result. Right. I imagine it's probably like a 10, maybe 11 frame safe jump. Anji's the same way. He has a 10-frame safe jump on his IAD JH after a hard knockdown on the wall break. Oh, it's 11-frame safe jump. I see. Because Anji has the 10-frame save jump. There's certain things that come across really annoying and you gotta do other stuff. And other times you play against Mei, and Mei players feel miserable in this matchup. So it's all good. Just smell the game, like I thought. A lot of interesting interactions already. Leo can use the guard point as a kind of active move to eat up space, but it's interesting this matchup. Maybe not as effective in this matchup, rather, because Stroke can cross such a big distance and go under it. Gutz has the big damage and health advantage, though. Gutz watching for strokes of all kinds. Ooh, big 2H. Opting not to spend meter. What will Gutz do? BRC forward. BRC back from Emo Scooby-Doo. Capitalizes on the slowdown to get another wall break with a super this time. Emo Scooby-Doo in a curious position right now. Gutz the #1 seed. Emo Scooby-Doo has a round on the board. Emo Scooby-Doo, I've said it before, one of the players who's improved the most. I wonder if the matchup right now, maybe not necessarily in Emo Scooby-Doo's favor, but there are definitely tools that Eno has to play around. Oh, I thought for sure Emo Scooby-Doo was gonna bait that. Blocks the overhead, blocks the turbulence. That's not close enough. Gets the HCP to finish things off, though. I'm sure, though, that Gutz has plenty of experience against Eno. Has played KD in the past. I don't remember if I've seen anything from them recently on Guts' channel. I would imagine Gutz is the type to, from everything I've seen, Gutz is the type to blab extensively, get things down. I'm furiously checking Discord to see if there's any rebuttals or anything. Margarita has the post-Frosty's flu and will not be joining me on commentary, it seems. You can actually start to hear me becoming a little throaty, probably because I'm congested, so... I don't think I'm sick, but... Okay, focus on the match at hand. Scooby-Doo has spent all of their burst. Baits the DP from Gutz. He's trying to go for some sort of clever pickup there, but did not quite work. Gutz cleans up as a result. Again, baits the burst. Baits the DP, excuse me. Gutz, though, sees what's happening with the stroke, gets the punish. Not enough the OTG after that reversal super for Scooby-Doo, but with a well-established life lead, he is closing things out here. Scooby-Doo up on resources. Goes over the 2K with MLA. Oh, that's tragic! Again, we're seeing Stroke being used to go under the guard point. Not able to convert off the Wild Assault. And we see Stroke used for all sorts of things in this matchup. Scooby-Doo with meter, Gutz. Scooby-Doo's combos are clean. Not the biggest damage because there's Wild Assault in there. The 5k to catch the BRC back. Ooh, nice jump to go over the H. It's the DP. This is decisive. Scooby-Doo not quite closing things out. Baits the wire C! Scooby-Doo on the board. Great use of resources there. Great patience. Great use of the toolkit. Number 1 seed versus number 6 here. Not a matchup that's ending simply because it's how you think it would go on paper. Doesn't block the overhead. Gut's able to apply pressure even with the spacing issues. No burst. At the point you really have to consider spending it or not. Gut's being very patient with the projectile. Knows what Eno can do with stroke. Okay, I respect that note there. We've seen a lot of H-flash kicks from Leo. Not the reversal, but it is Roman cancelable. Not able to get the punish on the Erst. Goes over. Okay, great use of dash 2k. Eno, after H stroke is -2, so your first instinct may be to just give a quick little poke. But you need to pay attention if you think that Eno is going to backdash. You need to find some way to attack the backdash. Maybe a short poke, and then a bigger move afterwards. Throw after the RC, tragic. No Scooby-Doo down on resources, down around Gutz, goes under the projectile. Picking things up, MLA. The note. Takes the DP, goes under the sweep? That's right, you can low profile the sweep because of how it works. Created a little scramble situation there. Back into the fray. Emo Scooby-Doo down 1 as we head into Game 4, potentially last match of this set. Emo Scooby-Doo will contest that. Good 6p. Baits the DP. Immediate burst, as expected of Gutz. Okay, we're starting to see Gutz see what he's up against. Using the 2k to check stroke. Sweep with punish on the 2h. Turbulence to get the wall break. Down on resources. Emo Scooby-Doo will contest. Great grab. Gutz cross through. Surely that Wild Assault was meant to be a deflect shield. Emo Scooby-Doo robbed of resources heading into round 2 of this 4th game. This first to 3 set. Gutz on the cusp of victory will look to increase the odds with the super wall break. Cross through. Surely able to finish it. Making us look at the super. Gutz, decisive. So that will be moving on to grand finals. Emo Scooby-Doo down to the loser side of the bracket. Will look to play the winner of Fat Cat Teddy versus BeanBagels, which will be entering your eyelids momentarily. Contestants will be entering the venue. Fat Cat Teddy already on player one side. Looks like sticking with Slayer, the sensible choice going into Bridget. BeanBagels has a big hill to climb against the massive health and damage Slayer has, but that 2S, that multi-hitting 2S, able to just act as a very active check, similar to how Margarita used Geo's 2S. But he has a big life lead, though, slowly going down. Out of range of the Hand of Doom. Great scoop! We're starting to see counterplay to Teddy's P dandies while under pressure. No relation to the move that did not make the cut into this game. BeanBagels will close things out. A burstless first round. Backs out of the Master's Hammer. We're seeing Bridget's long-range moves being used to check Dandy. Blue Wild Assault keeps Slayer in the corner. Not allowing Slayer to use moves like Hand of Doom or Dandy Step. Just use that active close slash. Teddy forced a burst. Roger lends a hand. Perfect. BeanBagels taking the first match of this first of three loser semis with aplomb. He may be swapping characters, maybe swapping the music, swapping the character at least. You get a big sippy here. Only the character, no music. No same character power-up. Theme song. I think Johnny's pokes here may be just what the doctor ordered. They're fast, they're active. They control similar space to what BeanBagels is working with. But Johnny is a high damage character. You can use those cards to keep BeanBagels locked down. Takes a first round. Out of range, not able to punish. Missed Finer is going to be something BeanBagels is looking for. Teddy is minus 15, and with Bridget's big, long-range far slash and 5H, should be able to, at the very least, threaten if Teddy uses Miss Finer with good spacing. Best case scenario, will get a good whip punish. It's 6P. Recognition. Teddy surely will not burst. Wow! Don't stick your hand in the food processor. Oh no! Oh! Counter hit and Senga does so much damage. Teddy catching up now. I think we are seeing the health and damage discrepancy between these two characters come into play. Johnny's mix is not so bad. Needs meter or cards to really make the most of them. Bridget needs second step to make things really scary. The yo-yo setup. Good use of RC to keep Roger safe. Backdash to the scoop. Does Teddy come out on top? I accidentally moved my mic. It's temperamental, so if the music cut out, don't worry about it. Definitely less hype when the music's gone. Teddy poking. Good jump over the Mistfinder. Even on block, Dust is, so Bagels able to aggress after that with no worries. It's how the PC is set up. When you plug USBs in, it can steal the sound. It's how this game works. It happens all the time at locals, so don't worry about it too much. It'll be coming back in just a moment. Yes, I accidentally nudged the mic. I think this thing came with a bad USB plug, because if I move it too much. I was muting the mic because I figured nobody wanted to hear me hack directly into it. But I guess I didn't press the button with enough force, so I nudged the on its own. I didn't even touch it that time. I'm so cranky that this is happening right now. Surely the, it'll come back next round, right? It definitely won't come back next round. The vibes are in shambles right now. Teddy going for the wall break. There we go. Ooh, catches the backdash. Catches by using the backdash, excuse me. As I said, the vibes are in shambles. Hitting just a little too meaty, I think. Not able to land with the active frames. Gives BeanBagels a chance to mash out. See, the vibes are already back in good form. Why were you trying to do the card toss, Super Teddy? Just a misinput? Yeah, I thought for a moment what would happen if Bridget used the Roger Super there versus the card Super, but I don't think BeanBagels wants to gamble on that. Okay, we're back to neutral step 1, using the big active moves to stop Johnny from getting in. Play Slayer all over again. Johnny damage. BeanBagels, what? 1 or 2 interactions away. Good air dash over the card. It's a little too high to get a really meaningful conversion, though. Ow, just outside of Mistfinder range. The spacing is immaculate. BeanBagels ups to go for the wall break. Absolutely tragic. You know, the one of the Johnny players at Frosty's had replicas of the Johnny coins and was handing them out. I only found this out after the fact, but I beat them in bracket and did not end up getting one, so I guess just didn't end up happening. Okay, we are moving into Losers Finals. Fat Cat Teddy, Emo Scooby-Doo.
Duel 1.
Slayer has returned. Surely we will see more of the same damage and health discrepancy from a big slugger like Slayer versus the mix-up heavy character that is Ino, much like Bridget. Managing to get a little bit of sweet, get pressure going. But Pile Bunker's minus 14, remember. Making it really hurt will count in the long run. BRC forward? No. Delayed BRC forward. Caught by the It's Late. Teddy is a very proficient user of Hand of Doom, has been making it work for a couple weeks now. Not just this bracket. Oh, called out the deflect. With the empty hop. Into the bow. Into the universe. Into the one on the board. Emo Scooby-Doo back into it. Unintimidated.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Bring out 2 H's to try and catch something. At that range, it's caught by the 2H. It's laid. Catches the E Dandy with a throw. Emo Scooby-Doo. Beginning to mix. No meter for a hard knockdown. This is gonna be spooky. 6H to catch the backwards movement. Oh! Oh my gosh. I didn't lie, this man can bunker those piles. Teddy up 2. Nobody noticed a thing. We move into potential final round, final match of Losers Finals. We see an early burst from Emo Scooby-Doo. Good check on the Dandy staff. It is dicey to do that when your back's to the wall. Pile Bunker will frame trap it, and you will get wall splatted. Oh my gosh, close enough to the ground to get hit by the Master's Hammer there? This is a move and a half. Teddy 1 round away from match point. Early wall break. Ooh. Stops the burst from happening by spending the meter. Teddy will be taking that with aplomb. A perfect with the 100 meter super. Hmm. 3-0. Quick little 3-0. Emo Scooby-Doo going home in 3rd place. We will be moving on to Grand Finals against Gutz. Gutz has been alerted. They'll be entering the venue soon. You know, it's funny, this is a run back from a couple weeks ago when... it's probably a month ago at this point, I want to say, when Gutz playing Chaos came in second while Teddy was playing Slayer. And more ironically, we did not see number 2 seed T-Drive play against Teddy at all. Teddy was fiending for that rematch, said so as much on Discord. Did not end up happening. Teddy has stayed on Slayer. Gutz teleporting into the venue. Grand Finals happens now. 2 high health bruisers with great mix. Be going for the 2K check. Gutz with their back to the wall opposite DP. Wild Assault to get in. Start mixing. Ooh! The very tip at 2H range. Gutz opts to reversal. Ooh, Hand of Doom. Now has Mix on deck, but gets DP'd for the trebles. Delayed slash. Perhaps checking for a YRC. Great reversal. Gutz is really on top of how to deal with Wake Up Sweep? Teddy has some volatile Wake Up options happening here. Gutz very aware of the burst. Baiting it. Sending it through the wall. The cross through, likely to deal with the Hand of Doom. Still a cool little stride moment, don't worry about it. Again, I'm testing Fate by manually muting the mic because I don't want to hack in everybody's ears. Okay, Johnny is entering the venue. Teddy swapping characters immediately. No, this is I don't think this is a unique opinion that both of these characters are among the 2 strongest in the game right now. I really like Guts' routing there. Normally when you see Wild Assault spent on early round interactions, there's burst to consider, but Gutz had a route that took that into account. Did not allow a burst to happen. Not that Teddy is looking to spend. Not burst anyway, looking to spend that meter. Clean first round of the second game. Oh my gosh, I can hardly get a word in edgewise. This match is moving at an insane pace. But now Gutz finds her way in. Whoa, that was great! Great deflect. Manages to punish the dust before it comes out. Out of range. Great little Johnny strut up to try to go for a tick throw after the guard crush. No, Gutz just has a wall of moves coming out. Said it before, don't stick your hand in the food processor. Fight to close things out. No cross-up, though. Didn't look like a cross-up. I think that's great. Gutz just closing in, recognize that the card is not in a position to immediately threaten. It's the burst, Gutz. Well and truly on top of things here. Teddy has a bit of meter to work with. Gutz has Wild Assault on deck. Op suspended, yep. Gutz. Lean. Closing things out. Gutz has been really liberal with use of Wild Assault throughout the whole bracket. I remember an earlier use of Wild Assault just to close the distance, little string, Wild Assault again to maintain the distance. Shades of Fists of the North Star. Hey, I got a sticker of Rouse crouching Rouse 2A while I was at Frosty's. I gotta find something to do with that. Okay. Character swap. More high health bruisers. When it comes to ground meat, you got an American on the left with specializing in ground beef for burgers. You got a German on the right with his ability to mix, make some fine sausage. Through the wall. Gutz closing the gap on this life lead. Big close slash. Meaty. And speaking of ground beef and sausage, keep it meaty. Gutz. Great spacing just outside both BTs. The deflect shield does not quite give Teddy the spacing I would want for sure. Alright, we're starting to see what's up with the... Great thing about Flash Kick is you don't need to adjust for cross-throughs. Well, Assault minus, but cancel just to start the mix. Life is about even. Teddy fighting for their tournament life. The drone is out. Oh no! I respect that BT. The right spacing to capitalize on. Keeping Gutz out. Not quite able to finish it. Teddy with a sliver of life. One more interaction. With meter. Catches a backdash. Teddy breaks the surface, gets a gasp of air, and continues on. Amazing 6P from Gutz. We all know that Leo's 6P is unfuckwittable. No DP that time. Teddy looking to... Gets caught by the flash kick. Was looking to keep things nice and tight so that no shenanigans would happen. Oh my gosh, the 6P again! Grabs the cross through, that's how you gotta fight Leo. Ooh, what a combo. Teddy takes a match. Has to look forward to winning 5 in a row now. And is locked in the Gold Lewis. At least for 2 matches. Yeah, just a 6H. Wonder if that was a Glove BT input. Gutz. Maybe a little hesitant to go for DPs this late in the bracket. I know I've mentioned that light moves into BT can leave gaps that are vulnerable to reversals. Gutz is nothing if not willing to reversal. Just keeps pressing forward, catches the backdash. Dares to take the corner that he has to spend. That he's spending a little more. Get the laser. And I really like the option Teddy used. Whoa, great spacing. BT's almost complete disjoint at the edge, able to bait the flash kick. Just a little love tap from the minigun there. Teddy looking down around in this potential final match of the bracket. Oh, what a catch on the backdash of that big BT, the 426. For level 3 churn. Teddy, well and truly alive at this point. Great JS. We were talking earlier about the drone and JS can cover so many angles. The sweep. Leo's sweep is another... Oh, too meaty. Not so meaty, it's not meaty at all. Teddy spends burst, now at a terrible disadvantage. If Teddy wins this round, he's going to be down a burst. Gutz is down a burst. Okay, this changes everything. Gutz wants to end things, but is down on life. Throwing out the 2P to preemptively check for maybe a rush in. Gets a little 2K poke. Gutz spending that burst. Is coming back to haunt now. We're just seeing little lights in neutral. Gutz giving a lot of ground, allowing Teddy to get in. Okay, using airs 2 with punish. Just a little love tap from the minigun. Okay, airs to whip punish again. Uses meter to make it nice and deadly. Okay, Teddy backdashes out. Gonna be building a lot of resources for Gutz with that minigun. 6P? Surely that was a flubbed super input. But Wild Assault to take the corner. Not quite at the proper spacing to take advantage of BT's disjoint. Teddy will be, as long as there's no flubs, yes, takes it. 2-2. Okay. Suddenly, the journey to a reset is much closer. Teddy's still locked in a gold Lewis. Gutz sticking with Leo. We know Gutz is an excellent Chaos player, but is choosing to keep the lid on that. Putting Teddy in the corner. Quick little high-low. Get the break. Again, DP seeking out the holes in the offense. Great Red Wild Assault. Gutz has shown no hesitation using it throughout the whole bracket. Doesn't matter that they're down now. Teddy is very down on health. Great catch on the backdash. Not able to finish the job. Okay, catches the dust. I wonder if that was maybe meant to be a throw. Teddy, Wild Assault and the Wild Assault, that's a spooky choice to make that late in a round. Now down to no resources. Gutz working their way back to Red Wild Assault, almost there. As Teddy in the corner, now the mixing begins. This is how the hamburger gets ground up. Gutz has Red Wild Assault on deck. Remember, if you use the phrase Orange Wild Assault, you are a narc. Spending for the red Roman cancel. Gutz takes Teddy to the corner. Resources, not meaningfully different, but Teddy does have more. Okay, will take advantage of it. I really like the use of minigun to try and conserve security gauge in the face of a burst. Blocks the overhead. The cross-up is coming. I knew it. And the catch with the reversal. The level 3 churn. Drone. Keep it tight, Teddy. Ooh. Go through. The projectile. Double Luigi on reset point. That's out. Super jump air dash. Too far away to punish the airs, but finds the spacing to 2K2D. Gutz uses that to get in, mix. Crossed up into the corner, take things to center stage. Now has Teddy's back to the wall, other side. Teddy surely will get burst back. No, not quite. Teddy has more resources, but pitifully low health. Didn't get it back in time to burst. Just a little scoop. Gutz, 3-2, is your WeebCup 184 champion. 2 in a row. Gutz was your champion last week, your champion again this week. That is going to do it for us. Thanks for coming through, everybody. I appreciate the faces we haven't seen in a while. BeanBagels, Herchey. Great of y'all to drop on by. We missed Norm's Respecter this week. Head Chef as well. But that's going to do it for us this evening. I will start cooking on a top 8er in short order. And in the meantime, I will start a raid to move things along. Where should I send y'all this evening? Eddie is clapping. He loves it. Let's see. Who is streaming this evening? We have got a Rogers. No Tim Rogers this evening. It's a little much. I'm gonna send you over to Paragon FGC. They have a top 8, and it looks like I saw an Anji. That's Macmans. Oh hell yeah! I'm sending y'all over. Go root for Macmans, will ya? That's gonna do it for us. I'll see y'all when I see y'all next week. Mega Rura? Okay, yeah, you gotta root for Macmans now. Don't let Biken players win. Take care, everybody.